Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Namaskar and welcome back to Amar Bharati Samskrita YouTube channel, where we are now studying the Shemushi CBSE Class 10 Sanskrit textbook. Now we look at the Tritiyaha Pathyah, the third lesson, Vyayamah Sarvada, Pathyah. Exercise is always beneficial. Vyayamah Sarvada, Pathyah. Now we look at an English explanation of the lesson and its contents. Prastutoyam Pathyah. This current lesson, Ayurvedasya Prasiddha Grantha Sushruta Samhita Ityasya Chikitsa Sthane Varnita Chaturvimsha Adhyayat Samudhritosti is taken from the famous work on Ayurveda by name Sushruta Samhita, from the 24th chapter of its treatment section, Chikitsa Sthane treatment section. Asmin, in this, Acharya Sushrutaha Vyayamasya Paribhasham. Acharya Sushruta describes the terminology of exercise. Vyayamasya Paribhasha is terminology of exercise. Tena Jayamanan Labhancha Nibodhayati, and its benefits thereof. Nibodhayati means describes. Pramukhyena Sharira Saushthavam. The main benefits are fitness of the body, Kantihi, body glow, Spurtihi, enthusiasm, Sahishnuta, endurance, Arogyam, good health, Ityadayaha, and others. Vyayamasya labhaha santi. The main benefits of regular exercise are all of these: Sharira Saushthavam, Kantihi, Spurtihi, Sahishnuta, Arogyam, Ityadayaha. Now there is also a small introductory portion which we have to see. The Sushruta Samhita is the foremost treatise on surgery. Sushruta learnt about surgery from his guru Divodasa. Divodasa taught Ayurveda to Sushruta in the city of Varanasi. Sushruta wrote the teachings from Divodasa in his particular work. Among the available books on Ayurveda, Sushruta Samhita is the most superior of the books on the science of surgery. This book has 120 chapters in the first 5 sections. Sutrasthana, which has descriptions of the surgical instruments. Nidanasthana, which has details about the important diseases. Sharirasthana, which has details on anatomy. Chikitsasthana, which has details on surgery. Kalpasthana, which has details on various kinds of poisons. In addition, there is a section called Uttara Tantra, which has 66 chapters. There are in total 186 chapters in the Sushruta Samhita. In this particular lesson are chosen 11 verses, 11 shlokas from the Sushruta Samhita related to exercise, Vyayama. We will look at these shlokas one by one. Shariraya sajananam karma vyayama sangitam tatkritva tu sukham deham vimridniyat samantatah. Shariraya sajananam karma vyayama sangitam tatkritva tu sukham deham vimridniyat samantatah. Padacheda, Padavibhaga, the split of words. For every shloka, we look at 4 aspects of that particular shloka. First is the Padacheda or the Padavibhaga or the split of words, where we split all the sandhis and show them separately as independent individual words. Next we write the Anvaya or the prose order, the Gadya Krama. because the Padya Krama, the poetry order, is not necessarily the prose order. We need to convert that poetry form into simple sentence in Sanskrit so that we can understand it easily. So this is called Anvaya or Gadya Krama. That is the second step. The third step is Pratipadartha, means we get to know the meanings of the individual words forming this particular shloka. Then the last step is the overall, the meaning in totality of the entire shloka. So these are the first four steps. First is Padacheda, Padavibhaga. Second is Anvaya. Third is Pratipadartha. And fourth is overall or total meaning. For this, the first step, Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words. Sharira Ayasa Jananam is one full word which I have just broken into the three parts which make that particular word. Karma Vyayamah Sangitam Tat Kritva Tu Sukham Deham Vimridniyat Samantataha. Anvaya, prose order. Sharira Ayasa Jananam Karma Vyayamah Sangitam Asti Tat Kritva Tu Sukham Bhavati Deham Samantataha Vimridniyat. Let us look at the Pratipadartha. Sharira Ayasa is physical effort, strain of the body. Jananam, creation of this, generation of this. Karma, the work or activity. Vyayama Sangitam is called exercise. Tatkritvatu, doing that. Indeed, Sukham, happiness. Deham, body. Vimridniyat, one should rub, churn, massage. Samantataha, completely, totally. We look at the overall meaning of this shloka. The activities involved in generation, creation of physical effort of the body are called as exercise of the body. Upon doing this, one should happily churn, massage her body completely. One should not just spend a relaxed and lazy lifestyle, but should work towards giving proper exercise to his or her body. This was the first shloka. Next one. Shariropachayah kantirgatranam suvibhaktata deeptagnitvam stiratvam laghavam vrja. Shariropachayah kantirgatranam suvibhaktata deeptagnitvam stiratvam laghavam vrja. Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words is Sharira Upachayaha Kantihi Gatranam Subibhaktata Deeptagnitvam Analasyam Sthiratvam Laghavam Mrija. Anvaya or the prose order, Gadya Krama is Vyayamena Sharira Upachayaha Kantihi Gatranam Subibhaktata Deeptagnitvam Analasyam Sthiratvam Laghavam Mrija cha Upalabhyate. We look at the Pratipadartha. Sharira Upachayaha, growth of the body. Kantihi, glow, shine, body glow. Gatranam Subibhaktata, physical beauty of the various parts of the body, the limbs of the body. Deeptagnitvam, stimulation of appetite, proper digestion. What is the meaning of Agni in this word, Deeptagni? It is said in Ayurveda that there is something called Jatharagni, some fire in the stomach, digestive fire, which causes the digestion. So if the fire is correctly burning in the body, the Jatharagni, it is not a physical fire which is burning, but it is some form of combustion. It's a chemical reaction which converts the energy in the food into energy which sustains the body. It's a process of energy transformation. That is why it is called as a fire, because fire is also a process of energy transformation. Jatharagni is what is meant here. Deeptagnitvam means proper digestion of the food. No indigestion, no improper digestion. Analasyam, activeness, absence of laziness. Sthiratvam, steadiness, stability. Laghavam, lightness of the body. Mrijacha, and cleanliness. We look at the overall meaning. By exercise, one gets proper growth of the body, body glow, physical beauty, proper stimulation of appetite, proper digestion, absence of laziness, steadiness, stability, lightness and cleanliness. We go to the third one. Shramaklama pipasoshna shitadinam sahishnuta आरोग्यंचापि परमं व्यायामादुपजायते. श्रमक्लमपिपासोष्णशीतादीनां सहिष्णुता आरोग्यंचापि परमं व्यायामादुपजायते. पदच्छेद पदविभाग split of words is श्रम क्लम पिपासा उष्ण शीत आदीनां सहिष्णुता आरोग्यंच अपि परमं व्यायामात् उपजायते. Anvaya, the prose order, Gadya Krama is Vyaayamat, Shrama, Klama, Pipasa, Ushna, Shita, Adinam, Sahishnuta, Apicha Paramam, Arogyam, Upajayate. Shrama is hard, strenuous work. Klama is fatigue. Pipasa, thirst. Ushna, Shita, Adinam, heat, cold and others. Ushna is heat, Shita is cold, Adi is others. Sahishnuta, tolerance, endurance. Cha paramam arogyam, and excellent health. Vyaayamat upajayate are caused by exercise. We look at the overall meaning. By doing exercise every day regularly, one gets the strength to do hard work and the endurance to bear fatigue, thirst, heat, cold and other adversities of nature, and also get excellent disease-free health of the body. We go to the fourth one. Nachasti sadrisham tena kinchit sthaulyapakarsanam nacha vyayaminam martyam ardayantyarayo balat. Nachasti sadrisham tena kinchit sthaulyapakarsanam nacha vyayaminam martyam ardayantyarayo balat. Padacheda, padavibhaga. Na cha asti sadrisham tena kinchit sthaulya apakarshanam na cha vyayaminam martyam ardayanti arayah balat. Anvaya, prose order. Tena vyayamena sadrisham cha sthaulya apakarshanam kinchit na asti apicha vyayaminam martyam arayah na balat ardayanti. The pratipadartha nacha asti, it is not there. Tena sadrisham kinchit, anything which is equal or equivalent to exercise. Sthaulya apakarshanam, for removal of excess fat or obesity. Nacha, and it is not there. Vyayaminam martyam, a human being who does regular exercise. Arayaha, enemies. Balat na ardayanti, cannot crush, defeat by force. We look at the meaning. There is nothing equal or equivalent to exercise in the aspect of reducing excess fat or obesity, and enemies cannot forcefully crush or defeat a person who regularly does exercise. We go to the fifth one. Nachainam sahasakramya jara samadhirohati sthiri bhavati mam sancha vyayamabhiratasya cha. Nachainam sahasakramya jara samadhirohati sthiri bhavati mam sancha vyayamabhiratasya cha. Padacheda, padavibhaga, split of words. Na cha enam sahasa akramya jara samadhirohati sthiri bhavati mamsam cha vyayama abhiratasya cha. Anvaya at the prose order gadya krama is apicha jara enam sahasa akramya na samadhirohati cha vyayama abhiratasya mamsam sthiri bhavati na cha enam. And for this person it does not sahasa akramya quickly attacking or overpowering, jara old age, aging, adhirohati comes, mamsam sthiri bhavati muscles will become stable, vyayama abhiratasya cha for one person who is engaged in regular exercise. We look at the meaning. For a person engaged in exercise, old age does not attack him quickly or suddenly. The muscles and the body of a person engaged in regular exercise will be steady and stable. We go to the sixth one. Vyayamah gatrasya padbhyam udvartitasya cha vyadhayo nopasarpanti vainateyamivo ragaha vayo rupa gunairhinam api kuryat sudarshanam. Vyayamah gatrasya padbhyam udvartitasya cha vyadhayo nopasarpanti vainateyamivo ragaha vayo rupa gunairhinam api kuryat sudarshanam. This verse, the sixth verse, is having 3 lines, which means it has 6 padas, and verse normally has only 4 padas, but this is a special verse having 6 padas, as we can see here. We look at the padacheda, padavibhaga, split of words. Vyayamah gatrasya padbhyam udvartitasya cha vyadhayaha na upasarpanti vainateyam iva uragaha vayorupa gunaihi hinam api kuryat sudarshanam. Anvaya at the prose order is gadya krama. Vyayamah gatrasya padbhyam udvartitasya cha vainateyam uragaha iva vyadhayaha na upasarpanti vayorupa gunaihi hinam naram api sudarshanam kuryat. Look at the pratipadartha. Vyayamah gatrasya for one who sweats because of exercise, one who has perspiration because of exercise. Padbhyam udvartitasya cha, and one who does exercise by lifting up his feet. Vyadhayaha na upasarpanti, diseases do not come near him. Vainateyam uragaha iva, just as serpents do not come near Vainateya or Garuda. Vayorupa gunaihi hinam api, and one who is bereft of young age, good looks and qualities, kuryat sudarshanam, will make him look beautiful. We look at the overall meaning. For one who is engaged in exercise, accompanied by sweating of his body and done with the lifting up of his feet, diseases do not come near him, just as serpents do not approach the divine bird Garuda. And one who does not have engaged, good looks or qualities, even he will look handsome if he does regular exercise. One who does not have engaged, good looks or qualities, even he will look handsome or beautiful if he does regular exercise. Now there is a particular word here, Vainateyam iva uragaha. What is the meaning of this? We see next. Vainateyam iva uragaha. Vainateyam iva uragaha. There is a story. Sage Kashyapa had 2 wives, Kadru and Vinata. Vinata's son was Garuda, and Kadru's sons were the serpents. Because Garuda was Vinata's son, Garuda was called as Vainateya. Vinatayaha ayam Vainateyaha. Garuda is more powerful than the serpents, and the frightened serpents are afraid of going near Garuda. The analogy in this shloka is that diseases do not come close to a person doing regular exercise. The comparison is between Garuda and exercise, and between serpents and diseases. Just as serpents do not approach Garuda, in the same way diseases do not approach a person who does regular exercise. That is Vainateya Mivoragaha. Now we see a picture of Vainateya, Garuda. This is a picture of a image of a Vigraha of Garuda, and this is the Garuda comic by Amar Chitra Katha. Please buy this and read this Garuda comic when you have some time. We go further. Vyayamam kurvato nityam viruddhamapi bhojanam vidagdham avidagdham va nirdosham paripachyate. Vyayamam kurvato nityam viruddhamapi bhojanam vidagdham avidagdham va nirdosham paripachyate. Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words. Vyayamam kurvatah nityam viruddham api bhojanam vidagdham avidagdham va nirdosham paripachyate. Anvaya, prose order, Gadyakrama is Nityam Vyayamam kurvatah manavasya viruddham api bhojanam vidagdham avidagdham va nirdosham paripachyate. Vyayamam nityam kurvatah, for one who does exercise every day. Bhojanam viruddham api, even though the food is adverse, not as per time, not as per quality of food, etc. Vidagdham, properly, well cooked. Avidagdham va, not properly cooked. Nirdosham paripachyate, it will get digested properly without any problems. We look at the overall meaning. For a person who does regular exercise daily, even if he eats improper food, not at the correct times, not of the right quality, etc., whether the food is well cooked or not well cooked, vidagdham, avidagdham, it will get digested properly without any problems. What it is meaning is, such a person who does regular exercise will not get any digestion problems at all. He will not get stomach upset and things like that. Next one. Vyayamo hi sada pathyo balinam snigdha bhojinam sacha shite vasante cha tesham pathyatamas spratah. Vyayamo hi sada pathyo balinam snigdha bhojinam sacha shite vasante cha tesham pathyatamas spratah. Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words. Vyayamah hi sada pathyaha balinam snigdhabojinam sah cha shite vasante cha tesham pathyatamaha smritaha. Anvaya, the prose order, Gadyakrama is snigdhabojinam vyayamam balinam cha vyayamah sada pathyaha. Snigdhabojinam balinam cha vyayamah sada pathyaha bhavati. Shite vasante cha sah tesham pathyatamaha smritaha. Vyayamah hi, exercise indeed. Sada pathyah is beneficial always. Balinam, for those having strength. Snigdha bhojinam, of those consuming oily, greasy or also pleasant food. Sahacha, and this exercise. Shite vasante cha, in winter and spring seasons. Tesham pathyatamaha smritaha, is considered extremely beneficial for them. Pathyatamaha, it means extremely beneficial. We look at the overall meaning. Exercise is always beneficial for those who are strong, and those who consume oily, greasy food or also pleasant food. And for those who do regular exercise in the spring and winter seasons, exercise is considered extremely beneficial for them. Tesham pathyatamaha smritaha. This sloka is asking you to do a regular exercise in all the seasons of the year. Don't say, this is rainy season, I will not do. This is too cold season, I will not do. Do exercise at the correct time. Regular exercise throughout the year is what it is telling. Sarvesh vritushvaharah pumbhirat पुम्भिरात्महितैषिभिः बलस्यार्धेन कर्तव्यो व्यायामो हन्त्यतोऽन्यथा सर्वेष्वृतुष्वहरः पुम्भिरात्महितैषिभिः बलस्यार्धेन कर्तव्यो व्यायामो हन्त्यतोऽन्यथा. Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words is Sarveshu Ritushu Aharaha Pumbhihi Atmahitaishibhihi Balasya Ardhena Kartavyah Vyayamaha Hanti Ataha Anyatha. Anvaya, prose order, Gadya Krama is Atmahitaishibhihi Pumbhihi Sarveshu Rutushu Aharaha Balasya Ardhena Vyayamaha Kartavyah Ataha Anyatha Hanti. Sarveshu Rutushu, in all seasons, Aharaha, every day, daily, Pumbhihi, by human beings, Atma Hitaishibhi, by those who desire their own well-being, Balasya Ardhena, with half of their strength, Vyayamaha Kartavyah, exercise is to be done, Ataha Anyatha Hanti, because otherwise it will hurt, it will harm. We go to the overall meaning. In all seasons, every day, those human beings who desire their own well-being or welfare have to do exercise using half of their strength, otherwise it will do more harm than benefit. What is this half of their strength? We will see. Do not overdo your exercise. Do not over-exert yourself while doing exercise. Always have a perception of your internal strength while performing exercise and use about half of your total strength for it. It is said that we have to do our exercise na hatat, na balat, without any stubbornness, without any extra exertion. Use only half your strength to do the exercise. How do we measure this half our strength is told in the next Subhashita, next verse of this particular chapter. Hridisthanasthito vayuryada vaktram prapadyate vyayamam kurvato jantostadbalardhasya lakshanam. Hridisthanasthito vayuryada vaktram prapadyate Vyayamam kurvato jantostadbalardhasya lakshanam. Now the Padacheda, Padavibhaga, split of words. Hridisthanasthitaha vayuhu yada vaktram prapadyate vyayamam kurvatah jantoh tat bala ardhasya lakshanam. Anvaya, prose order, Gadya Krama is yada vyayamam kurvatah jantoh Hridisthanasthitaha vayuhu vaktram prapadyate tad bala ardhasya lakshanam asti. We look at the Pratipadartha. Hridisthanasthitaha vayuhu, the air located in the heart region or the lung region, yada vaktram prapadyate, when it attains, reaches the head, when the person performing exercise gets breathlessness. Vyayamam kurvatah jantoh, of the person doing the exercise, tat balam, that strength, ardhasya lakshanam, is an indication of the half. We go to the overall meaning. For a person doing exercise, while doing the exercise, when the air located in the heart and lung region reaches his or her head region, then that is an indication of half of his or her body strength. This implies that while doing exercise, if one gets an indication of breathlessness, heavy breathing, loss of breath, breathing difficulty, then he should pause, take some rest and maintain his exercise at a reduced level. In the earlier shloka, it was told that one has to use half of his or her strength. This shloka gives an indication of half the body strength. You must note that this half the body strength is different for different people. People of different ages will have different body strength, and people of the same age with different body constitution, like one person is fat, one person is thin, one person is moderate. They will have different body strengths, and they should do exercise according to their own body strength and not according to somebody else's body strength. So this is what is the meaning of this shloka. We go further, the last shloka. Vayo bala sharirani desha kalashanani cha samikshya kuryad vyayamam anyatha rogamapnuyat. Vayo bala sharirani desha kalashanani cha samikshya kuryad vyayamam anyatha rogamapnuyat. Padacheta, padavibhaga, split of words. Vayaha bala sharirani desha kala ashanani cha samikshya kuryat vyayamam anyatha rogam apnuyat. Anvaya, prose order. Kaschit vayaha bala sharirani cha desha kala ashanani samikshya vyayamam kuryat anyatha rogam apnuyat. Vayah bala sharirani, for his age, strength, his or her age, strength and body condition. Desha kala ashananisha, and his or her place, time and food consumed. Samikshya, having considered these, vyayamam kuryat, one should do exercise. Anyatha, otherwise, rogam apnuyat, one will get disease. This is telling that you have to do your exercise based on the circumstance that you are in. Different people will be in different circumstances, and they should do different quantum of exercises. Meaning is, one should do exercise after proper consideration of his or her age, body strength, body condition, and also place, time and food consumed. If one does not have caution with respect to these, then he is likely to get diseases. One should be very careful of these aspects while performing exercise, otherwise the exercise can do more harm than good, is the meaning of this particular shloka. This brings me to the end of all the 11 verses in this particular chapter. There is a small grammar portion in this chapter which we see next. Gunavachaka shabdaha, to indicate quality, nature, the gunavachaka shabdas are used. To make a gunavachaka shabda, we have to add the shnai pratyaya, of which only the ya remains. The first swara gets lengthened and the ending a gets elided. Few examples are: shurasya bhavaha shauryam, means valor. Sundarasya bhavaha saundaryam, means beauty. Sukhasya bhavaha saukhyam, happiness. Vidushaha bhavaha vaidushyam, wisdom. Madhurasya bhavaha madhuryam, sweetness. Sthulasya bhavaha staulyam, obesity. We saw this word in this subhashita in this chapter. Arogasya bhavaha arogyam, good health. Sahitasya bhavaha sahityam, means association. Shauryam, saundaryam, saukhyam, vaidushyam, madhuryam, staulyam, arogyam, sahityam. Next, thal pratyaya. To indicate the meaning of prakara, the thal pratyaya is used. For example, tena prakarena is tatha, yena prakarena is yatha, anyena prakarena is anyatha, sarva prakarena is sarvatha, ubhaya prakarena is ubhayatha. You can download printable version of these slides at the link given in the description below. This brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video. Vyayamah Sarvada Pathyah, the lesson part. Like, subscribe, share. See you in the next video with the exercises part of this particular lesson. YouTube, Amarabharati Samskrita, Shubham Bhuyat, Mangalamastu, Shri Krishnarpanamastu.